What if the unrest rocking Iran wasn't entirely homegrown? What if foreign powers were pulling the strings behind the scenes? Tonight, a shocking confession from the heart of Tehran. A female ringleader of recent protests has reportedly admitted to directly contacting Israeli Prime Minister Benjamin Netanyahu in an effort to secure support for destabilizing operations against the Islamic Republic. Fluent in 7 languages and connected to pro-Pahlavi networks, she allegedly coordinated these efforts with exiled groups and pro-Israel circles. The confessions come after months of unrest, sparked by economic hardships, but rapidly escalating into violent riots targeting civilians and security forces. Iranian authorities say this woman and her network turned protests into sabotage, dropping concrete blocks on law enforcement and attacking state buildings. This confession, if true, reveals what Tehran calls an external plan to tear the nation apart. Direct messaging Netanyahu, linking with foreign-backed networks, Iran claims this shows the hand of Washington and Tel Aviv in orchestrating the chaos. Iran's judiciary has promised full investigations and prosecution of anyone tied to foreign intelligence, calling these acts terrorist operations rather than protests. Meanwhile, Arachi, speaking on Fox News, described the clashes as fighting against terrorist cells, not ordinary protesters. The alleged link to Israel raises explosive questions. Were foreign powers actively seeking regime change? And if so, how deep does the interference go? One woman's confession could rewrite the story of Iran's protests. Foreign influence or internal uprising? The world is watching.
Israel is on high alert. Iran is burning with protests, and Donald Trump is openly threatening military action. The question now is simple. If Trump gives the order, is Israel ready to strike Iran again? On Monday, the Israel Defense Forces confirmed it is preparing for possible surprise scenarios as unrest in Iran escalates and the United States considers intervention over the killing of protesters. Tehran, meanwhile, is issuing warnings, threatening retaliation against Israel and U.S. military bases if it is attacked. Iran has been rocked with massive anti-government protests since late December, sparked by economic collapse and soaring prices. Human rights groups say at least 2,000 people may have been killed, though the real number could be far higher. Iran has imposed a near-total internet blackout, making verification nearly impossible, though some Iranians are still accessing the web through Elon Musk's Starlink. IDF spokesperson Brigadier General Efi Dafreen urged Israelis not to spread rumors, calling the protests an internal Iranian matter. But behind the scenes, Israel is doing anything but ignoring the situation. The IDF says it is defensively prepared, conducting continuous assessments and ready to respond if the situation escalates. Just months ago, Israel and Iran fought a 12-day war marked by Israeli strikes on Iran's top military leaders, nuclear scientists, enrichment sites, and missile infrastructure. Israel said those attacks were necessary to stop Iran from building nuclear weapons and threatening the Jewish state. Now, Israeli intelligence believes another conflict could be coming, and this time it may be triggered by Washington. Donald Trump has made it clear, if Iran continues killing protesters, military action is on the table. He's reviewing options ranging from airstrikes and cyber attacks to psychological operations supporting protesters. Trump has even suggested Iran reached out to negotiate, but warned he could strike first anyway.
Yesterday, Iran called to negotiate. Yesterday, the leaders of Iran called they want to negotiate. I think they're tired of being beat up by the United States. Iran wants to negotiate, yes. We may meet with them. I mean, a meeting is being set up. But we may have to act because of what's happening before the meeting. But a meeting is being set up. Iran called, they want to negotiate. Thank you very much.
According to Israeli media, Jerusalem believes Trump is serious. Prime Minister Benjamin Netanyahu convened emergency meetings with senior ministers and security chiefs. Iran's response has been blunt. If the U.S. attacks, Iran says American bases and Israeli targets will be legitimate targets. Iranian officials claim the situation is under control, while accusing Israel and the U.S. of stirring violence, without offering evidence. On Monday, Trump added another weapon: tariffs. He announced a 25% tariff on any country doing business with Iran, targeting major economies like China, Russia, Turkey, Brazil, and the UAE. This order is final, Trump wrote. Trump is set to hold a high-level security meeting on Tuesday. He's reportedly leaning towards a strike, but still leaving the door open to diplomacy. The Pentagon has already briefed him on military, cyber, and covert options. Israel says it's not spreading panic. Iran says it has everything under control. Trump says help is on the way. But with the IDF on alert and Washington weighing action, the Middle East may be standing on the edge of another major war. If Trump gives the order, Israel looks ready.
Subscribe to One India and never miss an update. Download the One India app now.